Lotion. It puts the lotion on its skin or gets the hose again. When your father's atoms from his serpent or sperm merged and took a bite out of your mother's egg, the forbidden fruit, at the eve of your creation, it created a spark of light that is real light, a real life halo that fell down from the kingdom of heaven that is real light, if you believe in quantum mechanics, to be transferred into a newly created biological 666 carbon vessel to grow on a branch umbilical cord on the tree of life placenta in the Garden of Eden womb until it became full term and was kicked out to toil the soil. You think about that. In the very beginning of Abrahamic religions was Judaism, who stated Adam and Eve weren't real characters, therefore none of the characters in the Torah were real, but contained an apocalypse that would unite all of humanity as the true tribe of Israelites. And today, evil men tell you apocalypse means the end of the world instead of lifting of the veil. My break fast, a shot of vitamins. Now you think about this, all religious rituals surrounding fasting when you pray and ask their God to heal you is putting you into a ketogenic state without you knowing it so you can heal yourself. And is why every religion uses fasting as their proof of their God's existence. Because what we do know beyond a shadow of a doubt, regardless of if all of these religions tell you it's their God that's doing it, you have the ability to heal yourself of diseases and injuries in the absence of sugar. And that's why every religion relies on you while pointing you in the direction of something else doing it. I have here a delicious McRib from McDonald's. Now I want you to think about that movie Super Size Me, where the guy had breakfast, lunch, and dinner at McDonald's and he supersized every meal or ate more calories than he was supposed to, and how that led to him getting a lot of illnesses and being unhealthy. Me with my autism, I decided what would happen if I ate McDonald's for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but I didn't supersize me. I ate the amount of calories that McDonald's tells me I should be eating. After 90 days, I no longer had high cholesterol and heart disease. Eating McDonald's and staying within the calories they tell me I should eat actually reversed my heart disease, the opposite of what Supersize Me pretended McDonald's does. Making me and my wife some chicken soup with corn and potatoes. Now somebody asked me about unlocking their mitochondria, and I want you to think about information hidden in plain sight. From George Lucas in Star Wars, Luke Skywalker had to go to Dagobah and do high-intensity exercises to unlock his mitochondria, while eating a ketogenic meal out of a cauldron or black pot we call a crock pot. Like doing high-intensity exercises while limiting my sugar and letting another day go by. Dagobah, yo duh. If I eat a low-sugar diet and do high-intensity exercises while I let another day go by, I will maximize autophagy and apoptosis and neurogenesis after 3 days, and my damaged cells will be purged and new ones will be born again. Have here some moldy sun tea that will unlock my ball of chi in the event of a traumatic brain injury. If I get hit in the head, drive over an IED or something like that, if I was a veteran and I immediately gave myself food poisoning, I'd go into a ketogenic state while throwing up and having the shits, or tidal waves in my circulatory system, removing those damaged cells before they turn into blood clots and permanent scar tissue, leading to permanent brain damage. Right? And while I have food poisoning, the antibodies will also remove the plaque between my neurons that lead to dementia and memory loss. A psychological operation, giving you some information to dictate your observation, whether it's real or not. Is food poisoning really bad for you, or is it something we keep from you so we can give you prescriptions later on in life? You're fucking dead.
So the other day, me and my girl watched this when this fawn was being born out in the wild. When the fawn came out, my girl was like, oh, look at that, it looks like Bambi. I was like, that motherfucker's fucked. This thing's gonna be hunted. It looked all exposed and fragile. It made me think about myself growing up. The only thing different about that fawn and me is that fawn couldn't hide, and I thought I could. I struggled in class, so I picked the far back desk to sit in, hoping I never get caught on. I got exposed. When I was in the military, I was afraid of the water. I got exposed in that. A lot of us are trying to find that back seat in the classroom of life, hoping we never get called on. Trust me, you will get called on. Your fears will always find you. They'll know where you're hiding. Stay hard.
When the light of the world sacrifices itself on a cross over from energy into matter to be born in the flesh that is my daily bread and my last supper, the price it pays for that sacrifice is gathering toxins. It is born impure when it's turned into my fruits and vegetables. And in order to get humanity to understand that, we need to have some apocalyptic events, some large fires that would create a large amount of toxic smoke that would then drift over farmland where we farm agriculture. So those farmers in those states can start to understand how their crops are gathering those toxins in the flesh of their produce before they sell it to a consumer and make them sick later on in life. Are you fucked? I want you to think about neonatal care and how some babies today are born with tails that we surgically remove, while the rest of the world no longer has tails when they're born because their ancestors never used their tails. They evolved to be born without their tails or the ability to use them. Now I want you to think about the birth and singularity of every religion's reality. Pure light that comes from the place in a bow, and how fasting restores the purity to that light and gives us the ability to heal ourselves, right? The ability to have God heal us. If I don't use that ability, I can turn it off so I don't pass it on to my offspring. If I rely on man and I no longer rely on God, my children will not be able to activate the ability to heal themselves using pure light because I turned it off. Are you screwed? Have you been made a slave? Some interesting facts about human biology and theology. When the light of the world was born in the flesh that is this daily bread, donut, the price it paid to be born in the flesh is gathering impurities. And today some religions tell you that original linguistics is talking about you being born a sinner. And in biology, they say no, it's actually talking about your food. And when you fast, you remove those impurities out of your system and stop you from getting diseases later on in life. Right? Placebo. The purity of your soul comes from a place in a bow. A lot of that information brought me the attention of the Middle East and the Nation of Islam, and they've been following me for a long time, checking on what the military does around me. And it's hard for me to remember that and tell people that they're being recorded anonymously by the Middle East. Check out these sweet kicks. Doc Martens. Want to dress like a boss at a low cost? You got to shop at Ross. That's what I'm getting my wife. When some of you guys, give me some ends in return for information and just being kind and tell me, make sure you buy your wife something nice. Those of you guys that say that, this is when she picked out again. God bless. You think about looking at a stop sign sideways. You can't see it says stop, or any street sign. You can actually see the image that it contains. And then you think about the 7 seals of Revelation, or the center 7 seals of the electromagnetic spectrum, or all of the light of the heavens and the earth, where all of our knowledge and information comes from. If I use a tabernacle or a monstros, a sun disk, like the birth and creators of every religion used, right? Christianity, Judaism, Islam, Native American, every single one, I can see a body with a head, a torso, 2 arms, and 2 legs that looks just like me, sacrificing itself on a cross over from energy into matter to give me everything I need to survive and be created in its image. while also witnessing it do all the miracles of every religion's Son of God, Messenger of God, or God. I wonder what it makes it.